As 2018 rapidly winds down, it is time now for us shopaholics to get even more excited because sales season has officially kicked off. And no event is a bigger indication of that than November 11, aka 11/11, aka Singles Day, aka buying stuff I didn't know I needed day. It's amazing actually that what started off as a bunch of single Chinese uni students celebrating their singlehood by shopping online together has now morphed into the single largest shopping day in the world. A lot of that is of course thanks to Alibaba, who championed it and most recently raked in $30 billion worth of sales. That is more than 4 times what was spent on Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined in the States last year. Because, as the saying goes, if you can't be with someone you like, at least be with something you like. It's true though, my new toaster never tells me I'm doing nothing with my life. And of course, to amp people up, Alibaba realized the best way to do that was to make a spectacle of it, getting in celebrities like Nicole Kidman, Pharrell Williams, Daniel Craig, and this year, Mariah Carey. It is no surprise then that Alibaba's unit Lazada Malaysia tried to do something similar here, complete with a live countdown show full of local bands and Korean pop singers. It even had a diaper challenge. Even more gimmicky was this chance to buy 11 Volkswagen Polo Black and White, which were only available through Lazada and only 11 were available. Basically, impossible comes true. It's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. But beyond all the smoke and mirrors, the question we all really need to pose is, how do you know we are getting a good bargain at the end of the day? I understand that sometimes it's hard to hold back. Some of us are simply wired that way. We walk into a Daiso vowing to only spend 5 ringgit on an 8-timer and walk out with 2 bags of things we might need. More than ever, how do you ensure that you are getting an actual deal? And I mean it from both viewpoints of, is the item good value to begin with, and whether indulging in these kinds of sales really saves you money. The answer to the second part is, maybe it doesn't. Research by independent research firm OpenUp show that we might spend twice as much online as we thought we had. Founder and CEO of OpenUp Ashwini Anburajan equated being online as being in a Vegas casino, and that shoppers are in an environment that's been optimized to grab a share of your wallet. And as for the item itself, in the case of Lazada, which is a massive marketplace, the amount of listings for just one item can vary wildly, which means not all are created equal. Take for example, this 32GB Samsung USB flash drive being sold at 23 ringgit. A quick search on other platforms show that this item usually retails for around 90 ringgit. Of course, there are many reasons why Seller 1 can offer things cheaper than Seller 2. But a quick scroll down to the comments on Seller 1 show a user complaining that it looks like a cheap memory card instead of a pen drive. So in this case, the saying, if it is too good to be true, then it probably is, rings true. Now, before any of you claim that this is an isolated incident, you should know that according to the National Consumer Complaints Center, or NCCC, e-commerce tops the list in terms of the most number of complaints received for 2 straight years in 2016 and 2017. Complaints range from price disputes, missing items, product safety, warranty, and even more scary, unauthorized use of credit cards. A part of us though knows this. We know that by buying online, it does come with a certain degree of risk. But we all know that it is the way of the future. At least, that is what we tell ourselves, instead of admitting the truth that we are all simply kiam siap. However, this report by Google and Temasek shows that the e-commerce market is expected to grow to $88 billion by 2025 in ASEAN. This significantly outpaces the growth of offline retail. So how do we then protect ourselves in this new frontier? In the case of massive online sales, there are several very simple hacks that ensure you will make it out alive and not grappling with shoppers' remorse. Things like putting all your items in your shopping cart before the actual sales day, using your laptop instead of your phone, and keeping tracks of sales benefits. There exists an app like Honey, for example, which automatically tracks coupons for you. But that aside, now more than ever, we as consumers also need to be aware of our rights and our protection under Consumer Protection Act 1999, whether we are entitled to refunds or legal recourse. And if we think something is fishy, we need to know how to file complaints to the Domestic Trade Cooperatives and Consumerism Ministry and NCCC. But I say, we need to do one better. At the moment, filing a complaint can be done by filling up an e-form on the website of respective sites of the regulatory bodies. But in the end, sometimes technology is needed to fight technology. After all, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Something as simple as a live chat feature or simplified SOPs would mean more awareness. And going even one step higher, both Alibaba's Taobao and Amazon, for example, have their anti-fraud systems to help identify all kinds of dodgy behavior. As the government seeks to introduce a digital tax that it says it will help to level the playing field between offline and online, surely the enforcement level needs to match up. Sales are good, and we can't help but love them. Yet, it is in this space where caveat emptor, or buyer beware, should be more of a motto than ever. Otherwise, you might just find yourself eating char kway for a year because it's all you can afford. Just saying.